Hope everyone's having a good day today. Today I'm going to go over what consensus is and specifically what distributed consensus is. That's what Bitcoin and most other blockchains use. So I'll go over that. So consensus. Oh, my camera's getting a little. Fix that. So consensus is when different nodes of a blockchain agree on a decision being made. When talking about blockchain anyways. And it is key to decentralization. It allows for trustless systems to exist. And decisions are being double checked and agreed on by the network. And it means that many different parties have agreed on what is happening. In the case of Bitcoin blockchain, it's many different computers have agreed on what is happening. And consensus is achieved through incentives, and I'll get more into that later. The incentives for Bitcoin is what's called mining. It has an incentive to mine, because that's how consensus is achieved in Bitcoin. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies run on distributed consensus, like I said before. The definition of consensus is a collective decision-making process between many people over what is right or wrong. In this case, it is many computers over what is right or wrong. In blockchain, computers make the decisions, like I said. A distributed consensus includes various computers connected to the network called nodes, which then comes to an agreement about a specific transaction that is being made and added to the Bitcoin blockchain. Here comes the tricky part in distributed consensus, because working out how to form it involves complex scientific methods. When you think about all the nodes connected, if any one node tries to manipulate the network, it becomes harder to secure the network, but not impossible. The actual process used by Bitcoin to solve the problem of distributed consensus is called mining, like I stated a little earlier. Mining is a term you most likely have heard of if you looked into Bitcoin. Any member of the network may choose to get involved in mining, but they do not need to participate in mining in order to use the Bitcoin network. There is incentive for miners to maintain the process of distributed consensus. This is newly created Bitcoin. This amount halves every 4 years. Bitcoin mining uses proof of work to ensure the network consensus is true and correct. The network is created in a way where trying to cheat the system is not in the best interest of the person considering doing it. And a fork occurs when members of a network do not agree with the consensus of the network, so this means they create their own branch of the transaction history that is different from the main chain. And this has happened a couple times to Bitcoin. That's why you have other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Bitcoin's distributed consensus is dependent on the hash rate or number of calculations performed by the network. If a small amount of calculations are being performed, it means the network is insecure. If an attacker could gain 51% hash power of the network, then they could perform a 51% attack on the network. And I mean, with Bitcoin, you don't really have to worry about this because the network is so huge, but in some of the smaller proof of work coins, it is highly possible that something like this could happen. So if there is a large number of calculations being performed, then it becomes more and more expensive to perform a 51% attack. As the Bitcoin network currently stands, it would be so expensive to do an attack that for any practical purpose it would not be profitable to the attacker. And also, more than likely not possible for a single individual or even organization to do such a thing. It would require so much processing power and so much money and so much energy, and it'd just be pretty much impossible. But I hope you kind of got a basic understanding of what consensus is and how Bitcoin uses distributed consensus. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching the video, and I'm not sure the best way to do the video. I don't know if people like me going over a document that I put together ahead of time and then linking to that document so they have access to it, or what people like more. I could do it without showing any document as well, but I just thought people would like to see it in Word form as well as me saying it. Alright, have a great rest of your day. Thank you.